We've done it. I don't know how it's come to this, but we've done it. America has officially jumped the shark in terms of crazy, and oh boy, that's saying something. This is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. It's absolutely batshit insane. I don't know how to describe it other than quite literally watching in real time as an entire nation jumps the shark and loses its goddamn mind. I normally don't talk outright political stuff when I make these videos. If I do, it's related to animation or movie or a game or something that caused it to be related to this. No, this time, I'm just talking about this because this is fucking stupid. This is, quite honestly, one of the stupidest, if not the stupidest thing I have seen happen in real time. For those of you that have been living under a rock for the past 2 weeks and have absolutely no fucking idea what's going on, congratulations, you're fucking sane. There was a shooting in Charleston. One guy took out 9 other people in a church. And it was a heinous act. This is another reason I haven't talked about it before this, is because I personally believe in allowing for families time to grieve before I even bring up or talk about something. I feel this is something that the media at large should adhere to, but they don't. I feel that this is something that politicians in particular should adhere to. They never will. Yeah, fuck it. Just use corpses as your political pawns. Who gives a shit? They're already dead anyway. So, this was a guy who went into a black church, shot up the place, killed 9 people in it. And this guy was several different kinds of fucked in the head, but also an out-and-out racist. I'm not going to deny this. He said so. He said as much himself. You'd have to be an idiot to not realize that, yeah, this guy was a racist. What's happened since then has been some of the strangest bullshittery I've ever seen in my life. In response to this, people didn't go, oh, this guy was fucked in the head, maybe we should do something about our mental health system. No, that'd be too simple. They didn't go, oh, his father got him a gun illegally, maybe we should prosecute that guy. No, that's blaming the parent, and we can't do that. No, what they did was they went to his Facebook page, found some pictures of him with the Confederate flag. He was waving it around in 2 or 3 pictures, and collectively, the United States went, let's ban the flag! What? Are you that's your takeaway from this? A fucking flag! Here's a little notice for people in case they aren't quite up to speed. A flag is an inanimate object. A flag has no political connotations besides that which you put onto it yourself. It is a blank slate. Just as a chicken sandwich restaurant is not anti-gay or homophobic, a flag is not racist. It is the context in which it is used that is racist. An object is an object. A product is a product. It has no meaning besides that which it is used for by the person using it. By this same mentality that a flag is automatically racist for the way it has been used, white bed sheets should no longer be allowed to be sold because the Ku Klux Klan. Do you get me? Do you see where I'm going with this? It's context by people, not object. Solely object. So, the entire country went, we're going to ban a flag. And what's happened since, the only way I can describe it is all of the CEOs from all the Fortune 500 companies gathered together in a room, and they were playing a dick measuring contest, seeing who could be the most politically correct the fastest. It started with Amazon, eBay, Walmart, and Sears for some odd reason. They all said, we are no longer going to sell any merchandise that has the Confederate flag on it. There's a very reactionary response. Why the fuck not? I mean, you still only sell Soviet flags or Nazi flags on eBay and Amazon. I mean, geez. So then, Warner Brothers decided to step up and say, I'll see your ban and raise you. We are no longer going to sell any Dukes of Hazzard merchandise. Dukes of Hazzard. They aren't even tangentially related to the Civil War, let alone, as far as I can recall, I never saw any connotations of racism in the show. There is absolutely no reason you need to stop selling Dukes of Hazzard shit. None at all. None. And yet they did. Because, why the fuck not? I mean, this flag is suddenly Hitler incarnate. We must ban it. So then the CEO of Apple himself decided, aha, well, fuck you guys. I'll take this a step further. I will now remove from the Apple Store and ban the sale of any and all games that feature the Confederate flag, and I'm quoting at this point, regardless of context. If you see smoke coming out of my ears, there's a reason. Regardless of context. Regardless of context. You've completely missed the point in everything. In absolutely everything. In everything. I don't know. I am completely speechless at this. This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. You're trying to be politically correct for something that is happening at a insanely fast reactionary speed, and you've decided, well, it's bad no matter what. They will ban, and I'm pretty sure they have already as well, educational games about history or just any kind of educational game at all if they commit the heinous crime of daring to show the Confederate flag. Because, god damn it, the Civil War didn't happen, that flag doesn't exist, and you're an evil racist bastard if you dare show it! There's only one step left I can think. People will demand that the Confederate flag images be banned from history textbooks. I'm calling it now. I am going to call it right now. This is going to happen. I don't know what the hell is going on here. How did this flag suddenly become the pariah of everything? It's being used as a stand-in target for all the evils of society. It's an inanimate object. It was a guy that shot people, not a flag. A guy. What in the hell is wrong with people? This is insane. This is legitimately insane, and I am losing my mind over it. I finally came to the realization. I figured out the only way I can accurately describe this. This is America's equivalent, or is becoming America's equivalent, of the Prophet Muhammad. And don't you dare tell me, oh no, that's different, that's complete. It is, it's now being banned everywhere, and it's becoming a sin to show an image of it. I cannot describe it any clearer than that. This has quickly and somehow become America's Prophet Muhammad. And the funny thing is, we had the exact opposite reaction to the Prophet Muhammad. We are now drawing him and having pictures of him every the fuck where, but this thing, oh no, get rid of it, fuck it. It's evil. It's only evil. This is insane. It really is. I know I keep repeating this over and over again. This is one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life. I'm watching society lose its goddamn mind, and CEOs bending over backwards to try and erase history because they somehow think this is appropriate. It's really scary. And I am afraid for the future if this becomes the norm. I'm dead serious. This is the start of a very bad trend that will lead us down a path that we don't want to go anywhere near. And we need to wake up and stop it now before it gets out of hand. I may disagree with what you have to say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it. Someone, somewhere, needs to actually stand up and defend our right to say things. The problem is, the things that are being removed are what are right in this moment considered bad and offensive. And that's the hardest stuff to defend. Someone needs to take on the mantle of being the defender of the undefendable. And that's a really hard job. And no one wants to do it. They just want to get rid of it. And slowly but surely, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. I hope it doesn't, and I hope that people see how quickly the reaction has been to this and realize that this kind of thing can't happen again. But I seriously doubt it, because people don't seem to have memories anymore, and this will happen again and again and again, and eventually a lot of worse stuff is going to happen because no one stood up to stop people from destroying anything that someone somewhere thought was bad. This has just been me going on a tangent and ranting and kind of getting a little bit depressed there at the end, but it really does need to be said, and people need to just realize this kind of stuff can't go on, and this had better be the last time something like this happens, because if this banning a flag because it is being used as something in place of a person, there's no telling what will be next or what that could be limited to. And I just don't want to see that future. I really don't. It's a scary, scary future. Here's hoping someone somewhere actually does stand up and stops this. I really do hope that, because it's just one of those things that it needs to stop here and now, and I'll try and stay hopeful, but it's just been a really bizarre week, to say the least. Anyway, before I get even more depressive in this message, I'm just gonna stop recording now. It's been Math Machine, watching people lose their goddamn minds in quick speed at that. Peace out.